You're not looking through a kaleidoscope. You're looking at multiple exposures, carefully shot in register on single frames of 35mm film by photographer Michel Craig. The key to this technique is the precise spacing of the images to create repetitive patterns, and the rig Michel uses allows him to carefully align exposures. The total effect Michel is going for?
It looks like a rose. It could look like a rose, or it could look, usually it looks like a flower, a circular flower. The secret or the key to multiple exposures is a dark background and preferably a black background. When you photograph a black background, it means the negative is clear, and on clear you can repeat as many shots as you want. According to how close I get, if I get very close and let's say only shoot the head and hide everything else, then it would look like a series of heads. We need 3 or 4 basic elements. The first one is a very steady tripod. The second element I need is a rotating holder. The third thing, of course, is a camera, which has multiple exposure capability. I'm putting in the back of the camera a right-angle viewer, which means I don't have to move along with the camera. I can always stay in the same place. The one gadget for this particular instance is that little plate that I put between the camera and the tripod. And then on the base plate of the camera, there are 2 holes, one for the mounting of the camera to a tripod, and the other one for the rewind button. I took a screw with an eye at the end. I don't know what they call it, you know, a ring, like I say. And then I screw it into position until I can hear it's depressing the button.
Michel's invention neatly solves one of the prime difficulties in multiple image photography. The rewind button is kept constantly depressed throughout the series of exposures, so that each time the shutter is cocked, the film does not advance. The special rigs Michel uses to simplify the picture-taking process are only part of the story, though. Control of lighting is also very crucial in creating the overall final effect.
Okay. All right, Judy?
Yes?
You want to come? All right. Now, okay, sit facing this way. We'll move the light a little bit. I have to make sure that the model is lit any way I want, but the light doesn't hit the background. Just relax for a minute. I'm going to have to set this up. Let's see now. Slightly crooked. Okay. It's always better sitting because, first of all, it relaxes the model. Lift your head just a bit more. That's good. Without moving his shoulder back. It's supposed to over his shoulder. That's good. Okay, now let's take it. The strobes that I have take about 4 to 5 seconds to recharge. So when I'm ready to shoot again, I have to make sure that the model hasn't moved. Keep your head straight up. Straight up, that's it. Okay. On the back of the multiple exposure holder, this circular holder, there are numbers. I can divide a number into 7, into 8, into 12, into 10. And so I take a piece of paper and I decide on the paper, I make a little drawing on what I'm going to shoot and how the model is going to sit or stand. This way I'll have an idea, pretty much, of how she will look. Because since all this is done in the camera, I'm trying to get an idea of what I will get as a result. You might ask why I don't do it through a darkroom, lab work. I don't do it for 2 reasons. First of all, because it's too expensive to manipulate 12 chromes into one. And number 2 is because I like the surprise at the end.